Hi everyone, my name is Dee Preshun and welcome to my YouTube channel! I am so excited to be saying those words. This is something that I have actually been thinking about for a while and I am so excited to finally be here. I'm so excited! Oh my god. Okay. So as far as videos that I'm going to be making in the future, I'm not really sure where I'm gonna fall into. I think it's just gonna be like a variety of different things. I will be doing some collaborations in the future, hopefully, with some of my dear friends in the drag community here locally. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But as you saw from the title of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do my trademark Dee Preshun Pride look today. So before I even do my makeup, before I even put on primer, anything, I like to prepare my skin for putting on makeup. What I like to do typically if I'm awake very early in the morning, which I typically am, thanks to this guy, I just do like a quick, very gentle cleanse. I don't really have like a specific cleanser that I use. I have a large skincare collection. This morning I used the Innisfree green tea cleansing or cleanser, and then I typically tone. The toner that I like to use is from I think it's Mamonde is how you pronounce it, but it's their rose water toner. Highly recommend that toner. And then I typically finish off with a moisturizer. The moisturizer that I've been using a lot recently is from Purlisse. I got it from an Ipsy bag, but it's their pineapple brightening gel moisturizer. It has vitamin C. It smells like pineapple. Oh, it smells amazing, but it's really nice for evening out skin tone and moisturizing. Oh, I love that moisturizer. So now that we've talked about prepping the skin for makeup, let's talk about priming the skin for makeup. I really like the Milk Hydrogrip primer. It does not matter if you're doing just like regular beauty makeup, you could do drag makeup. Like, this stuff is the real deal. It has glycerin in it, and glycerin makes it really tacky. So the test that I like to do for when I'm using a primer for drag makeup is once I'm done like rubbing it into my skin, I do the tacky test is what I like to call it. I like to, like, if I can hear it sticking to my skin, if it like bounces, then that's a good primer. So for foundation, I am not a huge fan of like super heavy, full coverage, like creamy, like thick foundation. I'm more of a fan of a full coverage but still very light foundation. I have been loving this Catrice True Skin foundation. This is really good if you do like a boy beat during the day and you want just kind of like a natural kind of coverage. This stuff will give you that natural coverage, but it'll also give you that full coverage when you want to do drag. And it has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's very hydrating and it won't feel super heavy on your skin. It's awesome, and this stuff is only $11, so it's not expensive, but it's giving you that good quality coverage for $11. Love it. Go get you some. And the sponge that I use is from Real Techniques. This is their body blending sponge. I actually use it dry most days because it's so big, and usually I'm just too lazy to go to the bathroom and wet it. So I usually put about like 3 or 4 pumps on my skin and then just kind of Okay, so now I've got my foundation all blended. I did want to give a little pro tip for blending foundation. If you blend the middle of your face first, if you apply foundation in the middle of your face first, and then blend out to the edges of your face, your makeup's going to look a lot better. Because think about it, when people look at your face, they're going to look at the center of your face. So if your makeup is not snatched in the middle of your face, people are going to notice that. So you want to make sure that you are perfectly blended in the middle of your face. If there's a little bit of imperfection on the outside of your face, people aren't going to notice that as much, especially if you're going to be wearing a wig. People aren't really going to notice that. So make sure the middle of your face is blended, snatched for the gods, okay? So this is something that might surprise people. I actually don't use concealer because this foundation is so good, first of all, but second of all, because my contour is such a stark contrast to the shade of my foundation, I don't really feel like I need concealer. So going in with the tried and true Airspun powder, we're just gonna go in. I usually like to tip it over, put the powder in the top of it, and then the powder puff that comes with it. Okay, and usually while I'm letting that powder sit, I usually put my wig cap on. Wig cap is on. Hi, bald. Now that I've let the powder sit on my face for a little bit, I'm just gonna take a big powder brush and knock off the excess powder. All right, so next step is to go in with this NYX contour palette. As you can see, I like to use this really dark brown shade. And then I use this brush that I got in an Ipsy bag. This is from Complex Culture. Speaking of Ipsy, I used the little insert that I got from that Ipsy bag to kind of carve out my contour. Typically what I like to do is from like the top of my earlobe, so like right here, and then to the corner of my mouth is where I like to map out my contour. And I do kind of like to bend this little insert to the contour of my face. It's a little bit higher than I wanted, but that's okay. And I usually stop at my smile line because my lipstick is usually pretty big and I don't want my lipstick to go into my contour. So I usually stop at my smile line. And I just blend a big triangle there. That's basically all I do. And then we're just gonna repeat on the other side. It's even! That never happens. It's always like just slightly uneven. So once I've contoured my cheek, I literally just contour my forehead. I just kind of create a line across here. Initially. And then I go in like right where my temples are and really blend in where the temple is, and then kind of blend in towards the middle of my forehead. And those of you that are familiar with my eye look know that that's going to run into my little triangles that I do for my eye, but that's okay because the eye products will cover that up, and that's okay. But I like to lay down the contour first because if I don't, then I have to blend the contour around the eye look and it looks stupid. So it's important to do the contour first. And then for the center of my forehead, because my forehead is so big, I like to bring down the contour so that it's literally just like a circle right here. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, and then whatever residual product is left over, I just use to kind of start contouring my nose. All right, so taking an angled brush from ColourPop and taking this Haus Glam Room #1 palette, I'm just taking the black from there. I'm gonna start mapping out the shape of my eyeliner. So typically what I like to do is start from the outer corner and create that outer line first, just so I know where the look is going from there. And then I like to create my little line out from my tear duct and then connect them. And then once I've created that top line, I like to start from kind of like where my nose contour is and bring that line and then curve it up to meet the bottom of that triangle. And that's the basis of my eye shape. Disclaimer, I apologize if throughout the rest of this video you hear snoring in the background. That is my roommate's dog in the other room snoring. Now for the white shadow. Now, there are tons of white shadows that you could use. You can use whatever white shadow you have on hand. I like to use the white shadow from the Stupid Love palette from Haus Labs. This white shadow right here. It is the most pigmented white shadow that I own. Like, I never have a problem with it laying down the amount of pigmentation that I need. So, I just start to lay that white shadow just above the liner there. And I also take that white shadow and fill in the space in between these lines here. Okay friends, now for the fun part where we get to play with color. I'm going to be using this James Charles X Morphe palette. Obviously I'll be using all of the rainbow colors. So I'll be using this red, this orange, this yellow, this green, this blue, and then this purple. So typically if I was going out and wearing this Pride look out, I would start with the red over here. But since I'm filming and the way that I'm filming, I'm going to start with the red over here. And I'm just taking, I have various different brushes that I'm going to be using for this. So I'm not even going to bother to show you what brushes I have because they're brushes that I use for this Pride look specifically because they're already used for these colors. So I'm just taking the red to about here on my eye so that I can blend in the orange a little bit. And I'm also gonna take that red on the bottom
Hey, it's Dee, and I'm editing. If you see me looking off to the right constantly in the video, it's because my roommate's tortoise had just decided to start moving around a lot, and I was making sure that the dogs were going to leave him alone. So I apologize for that in advance.
and blend that to about right there. So you want to have like a triangle basically. Then next we're gonna go in, so we're gonna go in with orange. We're gonna start right at the edge of that red and blend down to about right there. I'm gonna blend into that red just a little bit, because we want to make sure that we have room for the yellow. Okay. Next, we're going to go in with the yellow. We're going to take that down so it's almost like a contour on the nose. That's how I blow the fallout off of my face. And then just a little bit on the bottom here. Blending into that orange. Okay, so that is one eye done. So obviously for this next eye, we're gonna start, usually I start from the top and move down. So I'm gonna start with the purple, then do the blue, then go into the green. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so now my eyes are done. They are uneven. Big surprise, this always happens. I am still working on that, but it's fine. So now that the shadow is done, what we get to do is fill in the eyeliner. So what I like to do initially is take my little itty bitty Haus Labs eyeliner and trace the outline, and then I'll fill it in later. It's gotten so small that I can't even close it. I can't get a grip on it to like pull it out to close it. And this is my last one and I have no money to get a new one. Haus Labs, send me a new one, please. Now to fill it in, I take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean and I literally just go to town. Okay, so now that that's filled in, there is still a little bit on my lash line that is still, I can still see skin color, so I'm just going back in with that Haus Labs liner and trying to fill in those gaps a little bit. Now, for the bottom line, I'm going to take this Haus Labs felt tip liner and fill that line, or create that line rather. Okay, and as a final thing, just because it is a gel liner, it can tend to crease. I like to take the black shadow from the James Charles palette with a flat brush and just set that gel liner. So the blush that I use is from this Midnight Masquerade palette from Pure Cosmetics. There's this cute little eyeshadow palette that I haven't really used. I should use it, but I use this pink eyeshadow eyeshadow blush in here. And I just kind of dot that mostly on my cheek and then just kind of blend it up into the contour. And then if I feel like I've gone a little bit overboard, which I rarely do because I love blush, but I'll just kind of blend it out with my finger a little bit. So again, just dotting on the apple of the cheek and then blending up into the contour. Next is highlight. This is one of the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters. This is in Flexitarian. This highlighter, love it. Like, look at that. Stunning. And it's so creamy. Ugh. Like, look at that. I don't know if y'all can even see that, but that's the one thing I hate about cameras, is that sometimes they don't always pick up highlight. But, man. I always like to do lashes last. So next thing I'm going to do is lips. And the lip that I like to use is the Mamonde lipstick, and this is in shade Outlaw. This was also a gift from my bestie. Okay, and one last thing that I forgot to do for the eyes is to apply mascara. Mascara that I use is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This stuff is amazing. It will change your life. And I just apply that to the top lashes. So last step is lashes. So the lashes that I use, I actually got from Amazon, so I couldn't really tell you like what brand they are. They're like just random brands. But they're 25mm lashes, so you could use like 301 lashes if you wanted to get like the same effect. But I stacked 2 pairs on top of each other, and I'm just using some Duo lash glue. And when I apply my lashes, I apply them like in my crease. So I apply them like that. You can see. So they're kind of at an angle, kind of following the shape of that eyeliner. And then for bottom lashes, these are actually just regular like false lashes, also that I got from Amazon. These are like natural like beauty lashes that you would put on your eyelid, but I tried them once on my lower lash line and I was like, wow, I really like that. So I've just been using them on my lower lash line, and that's just what I do. I apologize for the snoring in the background. Again, my roommate's dog. And then I apply that on that lower line there, kind of like at the corner of my eye going down. All right, so I'm gonna do my other eye and I will be right back. All right, everyone, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys want to recreate this look, which I really think you should if you watch this tutorial, then please tag me in your looks. My Instagram is right here. You can also follow me on TikTok at the same handle. All of my information will be right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Definitely let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. I'm not really committed to what kind of videos I want to do, so definitely let me know what you guys want to see. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, day, wherever you are. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!